Hi, this is Krista at The Secret Yarnery. Welcome to Spring Fling. Spring Fling is a super fun opportunity, not only for crochet and the fiber arts that we love so much, but also just to work together to make ourselves a smudge better, a smudge more productive, a smudge more achieving goals that you can kind of only get inspiration to at this time of year. It's intended to be motivational, and if any of these things are on your list of things to do or have been sitting on your shoulder being maybe you should, hop on the bandwagon with us and get some of these things accomplished in spring 2020. Yes, I know other parts of the world, like for me it's not spring, I think it's fall, but I don't know why. I'm still programmed to the Canadian spring. I still want to clean at this time of year. I get inspired to do all sorts of purging and organizing and just inspired in life to streamline. So that's kind of what this is about. So this is for content creators on YouTube, as well as you, my lovely friends and subscribers. Thank you so much for being part of this community. This will be running from today all the way until June 20th. So it's a good amount of time to just kind of accomplish the goals we're setting right now. And you can just set the goals that you want to set. If there's some things you don't want to do, like maybe you don't have whips or works in progress, that's fine. You don't have to set a goal for completing things you don't need to complete, right? But if there is anything on this list and you want to participate or you're inspired by, come on and join us. If you just want to post to yourself or on Facebook to the Secret Yarnery Crochet Community or over on Glenda's Facebook group, Creative Grandma, you can post what you want to do from these goals or tags, I suppose they are, and then we'll see how far we got by June 20th. So put a video up now or post what you want to accomplish now, set your intentions, and then we will do it again at the end of the season, which is June 20th. So it's for everybody and it's just to inspire. So there is a list of tags and the people I'm tagging are, it's all of you. And I can't really narrow it down. I will put in a couple specific people that I hope do join in on the fun, which is Claire from Bob Wilson 123. Hi, Claire. Hope you can join us on this fun tag. And also Fiber Spider. Ooh, yay! I love your channel so much. Love Claire's channel so much. And also Shell Crochet, love you. D, Grandma D, love you too. You know that I'm talking to you, so yes, you are tagged. Please put up your video, and these are the tags. Okay, get ready. These are also in the description box underneath this video, so you can just click show more and copy and paste for your own video or for your own personal intentions. You don't have to share it if you don't want to. You're still a part of it, even if you're at home and you're not on social media. You're just sitting there being like, I know I'm going to do that with you. I appreciate that, and thank you so much for joining us. So the first tag for Spring Fling is, does your yarn or color choice change with the seasons? Mine totally does. Well, I don't know if it totally does. I can't say that. I never actually go for the dark color, so I'm always pretty much a spring color person. Spring on acid. That would be what I'm always picking. Next question, what spring or summer colors do you like the best? I would definitely say pink and green. If I could do pink and green all day long, all the time, I totally would. Like legit. I love pink and green, maybe with some white to pop it up, get some vinegar in there. I love it. What is your favorite fiber to use in spring? Legit spring, like spring in the northern hemisphere, it would definitely be like a cotton or a cotton bamboo blend or a cotton acrylic blend or a bamboo something, a natural blended with something or a natural. I do live in the southern hemisphere, but just by like a couple hours. So spring for me is kind of more like fall. I start doing cozier things. So I don't know if it really changes. I'd have to say no. I'd have to say fiber doesn't change. For me, I pretty much use the same things all the time. Next question, what is your favorite thing to crochet for spring? You tell me, I don't even know. Maybe a basket or a blanket? Maybe it's a blanket all the time, all year, all the time, and give me a different color. That might be it. To be honest, I wish it was baskets because that would kind of go into organization. I don't know if, like, I'd like to say that that's what it is, but proof's in the pudding? Yeah. I don't have too many baskets under my belt. Next question, is there a space in your home that you want to organize, and what are your goals for that space? Now, I do have one. I have a guest house that I used to use for crochet and sewing. Now I've kind of moved the crochet obviously into the house, and then I just never do sewing because it's like you have to like go to a different building, and I'm not going to go to a different building. So I've moved my stuff into my house. I've kind of set up a bedroom as a sewing craft toy room, but all my fabric is still in my guest house. So by the end of the season, I want to have my fabric moved in to my new sewing room. So I'm not aiming too high, I guess. I mean, everybody, like that would just be that'd be normal, average. But I'm just saying it out loud so I get it done, because years can pass, I'm not joking. Next question, when clearing your yarn stash, what do you do with the yarn you no longer want? Do you give it away, donate it, or throw it out? I have thrown out some whips just because I didn't feel that they were worth anything to anybody I donated to. It'd be like taking it all apart, naughty yarn, like it just wasn't worth it. But generally I always donate straight. I'm like, garbage bags, here's yarn, come and get it. I don't want to see it, don't want to look at it. Out it goes. Next question. Is there a charity in your area that you like to support? Tell us about it and how we can find them. So this is great. So I'm in Nairobi, Kenya, and the charity, I have a couple charities I'd like to support. The first one is Crochet Kenya, which they create hats and blankets for cancer patients, both infants and adults, which I think is a great, great, great charity. Love it a lot. So you can just Google Crochet Kenya. I'll put a link down below to their Facebook page. And I also support a school in, I don't want to call it a slum, I'd call it a village, but it's a rescue center for endangered children or children without proper care at home. They teach crochet, so I totally send over yarn and hooks or whatever I am not using or don't feel like I'm going to be using in the near future. And that kind of eases my pain of like, oh, I paid this, oh, I invested that. It's like, no, it's a good cause. It's a good cause. Let other people enjoy the yarn. So that is what I do with my extra yarn. And I'll put a link to that also down below. I'll put a link to their Facebook page in the description box below as well. Next one, now this is out of the crochet zone, so it might apply to you and it might not, but it's one of these things that's been on my shoulder for a while. I feel like it's springtime and I want to let it out. So the next one is, do you want to increase your physical activity? Crochet is not very active, it's not a very active hobby, you know what I mean? So what daily physical activity are you able to commit to? I'd like to say go to the gym and like pump iron for 45 minutes, but no, it's just not gonna happen. I've given up on that. It's been a decade now. I was gonna go to the gym or start working out when I turned 40, and that was a long time ago. So now I'm saying for every ball of yarn that I start, I have to do ankle rolls. Now my grandmother used to do this when she's waiting at the doctor's office or in line somewhere, where you have to sit and wait, optometrist or whatever it is. And she would just roll her ankles. And I was like, why are you doing that? And she was like, there's nothing else to do, roll your ankles. So rolling your ankles, I could do that while I crochet. I could do that while I'm laying in bed crocheting. Just move your feet, get some blood flowing. Maybe you can park one parking spot away from shopping. I don't think I can do that. I really pride myself on getting a good parking spot. It's terrible, I know. So I can't really say I'm gonna do that. I don't know, if you're carrying something, lift it up a bit, lift it up twice before you put it down. Like instead of like, you could be like, here's my tin of soup, I'm gonna lift it up twice. I don't know, just something super simple just to get a little bit more activity in your life. If you're into that, feel free to join me, because I'm gonna be ankle rolling. Now it's confession time, here we go. How many whips do you have on the go? And how many do you plan to finish before June 20th? Okay, I don't really want to count, but I'd have to say, if I just count baskets right here, right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd say I have 6 whips. I'm gonna finish 4. Like 2, I'm just gonna say that's fine, you can be a UFO, unfinished object. I'm cool with it. Just because I start something, I'm disattached to the I have to finish it. It'll get finished when it gets finished, because for me, the half of the joy of crochet, or 80%, is like figuring something out. It's not like, look, I have this, you know, I just want to know how to do stuff. That's like my curiosity, so I let myself feed that a little bit. So 4 projects I'm going to finish. Should I change it to 2? Okay, I'm going to stick to 4. Let's see. There's a smudge. Let's see. Now, okay, ready? What new project do you want to start and why? I totally do. Okay, so I have this, it's an old chair, but I had it recovered in kind of like pinky, kind of weird colors that don't match anything else. And, oh, it's right here. Thank goodness. Look at the yarn I have. I'll open it to show you. So this is my Lanabella in my watermelon colors to go with that chair. Can I cover my face? Over there. Wouldn't that be great? I have 2 packs, so I want to do like a C to C, just like blast out all the yarn. So 8 skeins of yarn. I want to finish it all, and then I want to border it in that green. So it'll like totally match, and then like, you know, watermelon rind. I'm into it. I really want to do it. It's a C to C. Nothing new about a C to C. I love a C to C. Rectangular. So I'm already thinking in my head, like what I could do, like how I can like show you how to figure out how much yarn to use for each part of it to start out the middle part and the end, because it's always a bit tricky. And generally, most people run out of yarn at the end. So I have a way of fixing that. So I'm thinking maybe do a tutorial on that for that chair. Do I need to start a No, I don't need to start. Don't need to start anything. Wouldn't it be great on that chair? Yes. So that is what I want to start and why I want to start it. This is a bad one. What is the oldest yarn in your stash, and when and why did you buy it? What is holding you back from using it? I'll show you mine. It's lovely yarn. But let me get it, and I'll show you why. I know, right? Okay, hold on. Oh, well. Now this yarn, I'm telling you, is so gorgeous. You tell me what's holding me back. I love the colors. I bought it in 2004, so 16 years ago. 2 skeins. It does look like I used that a bit. I don't know what for, don't even remember. Love it. Estelle watercolors, 50% mohair, 50% acrylic, 175 yards or 160 meters for 50 grams. It's even before they have international yarn weights. When did that yarn council start? Oops. Okay, what's holding me back? Number 1, it's a gorgeous yarn. It's super soft, it's super like so lovely. I love the colors. It's just so skinny. It's so skinny, and I only have 2 balls of it. I'll find something to go with it one day. Yes, I can use 2 strands together, but I love like the color change, how gradual it is, and I don't want to mess that up. So that's what's holding me back. That's the crutch I'm holding to, I'm sticking to, why I'm not using it, and it is a 16-year-old yarn. I love it. Like, it's not like I want to destash it. I love it. I'm just not, I'm not using it. But I love it. Anyway, what's yours? Anybody have crazy yarn like that? You buy it, you love it, you don't use it? I totally did. Next question, how do you keep your yarn clean? How do you keep your yarn clean? So I do have all my yarn out on my shelves, but I pretty much exclusively buy from Ice Yarns. So Ice Yarns comes in 300 to 400 gram packs. So 2 cakes to 4 skeins of yarn per pack in a cute little cellophane bag, resealable. So I just keep it like that and organize it per pack on my shelf so my yarn actually stays clean. If you buy yarn from a different source, how do you keep your yarn clean? Do you keep it in a cupboard, in containers? How do you do that? Next question, how do you wash your crochet or knit items? Do you hand wash, machine wash on delicate? Don't wash them. I have a ton of blankets I want to wash. Generally, I just throw them in the washing machine. Okay, I just throw mine in the washing machine with some soap, maybe on delicate, sometimes not. If it is a smaller kind of item, I'll put it in like a lingerie bag, like for washing lingerie, and just throw it in. Blankets, I don't actually put a full-size blanket in my washing machine anymore because I did have like a queen size C2C kind of like tear on the spin cycle. I did. So I don't do that. I would literally do it on delicate, and then for the spin, make sure it's laying around the edge, not across the top and down, because I've made that mistake once. So how do you wash yours? Let me know all the tips you can give me. I'm all into it. And the last question is, what is your #1 spring cleaning tip? It can be yarn related or not yarn related. My spring cleaning tip is something I learned from my Aunt Connie, who I totally love and lost to breast cancer many years ago. Love her so much, and what she used to do is when she's cleaning up her house, you know, the clutter and the bits and bobs, you're like, oh, I don't know where it's gonna go. Oh, like, ugh. Literally take a box, put everything inside, tape it shut with the date. Put it up in your attic. Next year you go through, if you haven't opened that box looking for whatever it was within 1 year, do not open the box, get rid of it. Do not put heirlooms in the box, you know, your child's first slipper or, you know, whatever's super important to you. Don't put that, like actually find a spot for that. But things where you're like, oh, it's an extra wire, oh, it's like, you know, this coat hanger, just this stuff. Put it all in a box, tape it shut, put the date on the tape, and if that tape is still intact 1 year later, do not open it. Goodwill, just out. You don't need it. And I was like, that is an amazing way of keeping track of what you need and what you don't need. So let me know what your tip or trick is for spring cleaning in the comments below, and also in your own tags and all of that. Cannot wait to hear what everybody's up to for this spring fling. I'm so excited about it. Have a super great day. We'll see you in the next video, and stay hooked. And of course, Sandy and Jackie. And of course, Sandy, Jackie, Shelly, Michelle. And of course, Sandy, Jackie, Michelle. Sandy, Jackie, Michelle. There's so many, right? You know who I'm, you know that I'm in that green. My phone is being so weird. I mean my camera, there we go. So I exclusively, got booger in my eye. I only buy from Nice Yarns. So Ice Yarns comes in, oh no, I have fuzz on my face. Oh my Lord.